What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy DC the Cool, back in for another video. It's been a little minute, but we're going to get into it. So we back for Daima. So we got episode 13. I didn't realize there was a bye or whatever the case may be. So, I end up late or whatever. So I said I'll just run both together. You know how we do over here. We've done this before. So we're going to do 13 and 14. So 13, Goma's going off. That happened at the end of episode 12, right? He says to disable, Lord Warp or Warp Sama, the warp, the big fish thing, right? So they can't go to the first demon realm. Talking about Goku and them. The Getsu goes down to the basement. He disables it reluctantly, but he disables it, right? The engine, we cut back to Goku and them. The engine is failing, right? They land in this forest or whatever the case may be, right? Goku ends up kind of getting caught up on this planet, wandering off a little bit, whatever, right? Bulma pulls out a capsule, and she creates this toolbox out of a capsule. In Dragon Ball, they create everything out of a capsule. How sweet it would be if that was actually real, right? So, Hyabus asks, can she do that with socks? And Pansy chews them out, like, why would you need those for, right? So, Vegeta, he says maybe the fire should just go ahead and, leave the rest of y'all behind for now. And Spring Kai tells him only demons can pass through, mortals can't, right? So, they need them. They can't separate, pretty much. So Never, he starts to freak out. He realizes that they are in the Tree of Mega, right? Supreme Kai explains these are land of giants, whatever the case may be. It's the second most terrifying place in the second demon realm, right? Never says not even the Supreme Demon King army comes here. Nobody comes here. The Demon King himself, the army don't come here. Nobody, right? So the crew realizes we need to hurry up. This might be a problem, right? So Pansy steps all over Hyabus, uses him as a bench to reach the engine to, do what you gotta do to fix it, right? So Glorio, he contacts secretly Arinsu and lets her know they have a second Dragon Ball, they heading her way, and Bulma, by this time, we cut back again, Bulma and Pansy are having girl talk to both young, well, they weren't young or more, but they're geniuses and everything like that, they're engineers, they are really tech savvy, so they're having a nice powwow, if you will, right? And she explains the glowing rock thing is magite. It's what powers up everything. It's a rare mineral or resource in the demon realm, right? And Momo wants some of it for herself, right? So by this time, Goku gets started getting chased by this hamster. Now everything in here is huge. Everything in here is large size. So it's a big hamster, right? And then he's running around not trying to beat it up because it's just a rodent. He ain't trying to kill a creature in his natural habitat or whatever for no reason. It would be cruel. So he's kind of more trying to avoid it. So now we get a whole swarm of hamsters coming after everybody. He uses Ki Blast, lightly because again they're not trying to kill them, whatever, and they're resilient, so they still just keep coming, right? And then by this time, a Mega Child, they show up and they're just kind of having lunch and because they come from school or whatever and just kind of just chilling, right? But they're huge, so they dropping this kid is dropping books and stuff like that, or everything like that, but everything's huge because they're giants. So the book almost crushes them, the pencils almost impale them and all this kind of stuff, which is pretty funny, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a giant, right? And he has a dog, which again, is normal size to him, but he's a giant dog. So he's sniffing around, getting their scent, right? He finds Goku, he chases him with Goku. Glorio tries to draws attention with his gun, whatever. He gets smacked. Right, he's about to get pounced on. Vegeta comes up with uppercut, saves him. You know what I'm saying? And now they're pretty much trying to fight this dog off. And the dog eventually is about to jump on to the ship in them. That's a little too far ahead. First Goku gets attacked. First Goku gets a tick nest. A bunch of ticks start coming at them. Now they're fighting off ticks. Right. So they're trying to fight off this dog. Now they're fighting off ticks. Then after that, the dog pretty much sees the glowing light, whatever, attracts him, whatever. He goes to jump on the ship. Goku realizes he's not going to be able to get over there in time because he got smacked away by a dog by his tail. He shoots a big Ki Blast that knocks the dog back. Right? So by this time, the giant, the kid, he knows it's all of them, whatever. And they're in the plane by this time, trying to get away. And he inhales and exhales, which spins them out, right? Now he goes to smack it, right? And Goku stops it with his hand, but he smacks his hand against his chest, which knocks Goku down his loincloth, whatever, right? And Goku's trying to get out of there while Glorio's in the ship trying to still dodge everything, and was he swinging little flowers, whatever, which are like big trees to them, right? And then he's got a ruler, polarized ruler, trying to hit the ship, right? Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo and them, they were coming out trying to run interference, stuff like that, and everything by this time, showing Ki Blast, trying to distract them. So Goku, he falls, he gets out the loincloth, falls into the bag, right? He seems to go Super Saiyan, right? All the stuff starts flying up, which distracts him, whatever. He takes his power pole and clashes with the giant with his ruler, right? But the giant's stronger. So as Goku looks up as he got smacked down, he's just about to get crushed, about to get stomped on by the giant. But then Glorio, with enough time, just sweeps in and saves him, and Goku grabs from the ship or whatever right before he gets crushed, right? So they finally get out of there, barely, and Never tells them on the ship that, because Vegeta asks the question, he said, wait, y'all said this is the worst, I mean the second worst, what's the worst? So Never tells them the planet of Giga, they have even larger giants and even more dangerous, right? And he really don't want to go there. So we see these like lights, almost like I guess the demon equivalent of fireflies. Never explain what they actually are. These ambient lights or whatever. That is a nice visual. And you see them fly off. You just continue to ride off to the distance, or whatever. That's pretty much the way the episode ends. So pretty good episode. It was a lot of good fun back and forth. It was a happy episode. It was campy. Definitely Dragon Ball feel. So this episode, I'll say, was pretty much a 7 out of 10. I thought it was a good episode. It was funny. It had its moments. So we're going to move ahead to episode 14. Keep it on it. So Gloria tells Pansy good job, because she was asked her how she asked him how she did when she repaired the ship, and he said good job. So Pansy radios back to her aide. He lets the aide know the situation. The aide tells her that the king was already on his way. He's gonna do it himself, this and that. She's like, nah. Everybody here's strong enough. We don't need him to do all that, right? So tell him to chill out, right? So, the Demon King, your boy Goma, we cut back to them. And the guess who has got these special forces. They ain't nothing but a knockoff Ginyu Force, right? And he presents them to them, and they're picking out and having a good time. They're just chilling, right? And they realize, oh snap, the king is here, and they shape up real quick, and then they, start, going into stances and all of this stuff and poses and everything like that. Very much a Ginyu Force knockoff, right? With the names, with the poses, all of that, right? So he explains the situation to them, and they think it's tongue in cheek, like, oh, okay, some children, no, we ain't worried about that, right? So then, the guest who doubles down tells them, like, no, we have a serious issue. Like these invaders beat, Majin Buu, they beat the Tamagamis, like, we in some trouble, right? So they're like, they're exaggerating, right? When they walk off. So Goku and the gang, we cut back to them. They're trying to get their first demon realm. They realize the warp is down. So there's a shield that's up that can connect you to the first demon realm. Goku tries to use the power pole to break it or see what will happen. The thing radiates all the way up the power pole and then ends up shocking the rest of Goku. He ends up falling down towards the shield. Never steps up and uses some Machian language and some chant to actually disable the shield. And Piccolo asks Never, wait a minute, were you the one who made this in the first place? And he said, yeah, I was. And basically he made it because the second demon realm was always in trouble. People from the first demon realm come and bullying them. The second demon realm, outsiders, which is part of the reason why the warp was even created in the first place. So you can't just come and go as you please, because the demon world wasn't in peace. So he made the shield, he disabled the shield, right? So we come back to the Getsu, and he has this strange feeling, this premonition. He senses something, but he's not sure what it is. He asked Goma, has he felt anything? He said no. Stop trying to scare me. So we come back to the special forces. They're going to the store to get more chips that they really liked. Right? They ran into Majin Buu, and they're kind of talking trash to him. They're like, look at these kids. You're going for one candy bar, So they put it in their basket with a bunch of other stuff, and they get to the cash register, and they load up, and they're trying to buy everything, and they realize they don't have the money for all of this stuff. So they put most of that stuff back and give them their candy or whatever, which is a nice gesture. And it's like, hey, kids shouldn't eat that much candy anyway. It's all good. So they thank him for it. Nice gesture. It was pretty cool. They're not really bad guys, I suppose. So we cut back to we get to Arinzu, who realizes like she hears the sound. She realizes like the shield is gone, right? And we Majiku just chill on the couch eating candy, right? The plane is struggling. It won't slow down, and it's not going to hold. So they have to eventually abandon ship. And of course, Vegeta carries his wife, and everybody's abandoned ship. Hybris grabs a Dragon Ball. Glorio grabs a Dragon Ball. And they abandon ship. The plane crashes. The guards, because most of the armies in the first Demon Realm notice that, it's a plane crash. They see them flying to the sky. He called it in. Goma, when the guest who gets the report, he tells Goma, they bring it up on the screen. All snapped are here. How did they get through? We don't know what's going on, right? He executes a full-scale attack, so now they get shot in the sky, and like there's going to be no peace. So episode 15, it should really start picking up, because that was episode 14, and now we're in the first Demon Round. All the Dragon Balls are simulated. Arinzu's around, you know what I'm saying? Majiku, Majindu, Goma, the Getsu, the 4 armies on high alert. All the Tamagamis are beat. So now we should really start getting really into this thing. Episode 15 and above. So episode 15 is going to be it should be absolute fire. So this episode was pretty good. Pretty solid. Again, I would say they're both about 7s. I would say it's more like 6.5. This one was okay. I think the last episode was more entertaining. This one was okay. There's more, getting through stuff than actually, adventure, or a little bit more playful, a little more actiony. So this one's more okay, in an okay level. The last episode was a little bit better. But now 15 and beyond, we should really start cooking, because the war is here. They're in the Demon Realm. All the Dragon Balls are assembled. All the Tamagamis are beat. So we should really start getting what we came to see, and that's some fights. So I'm looking forward to that one. So those are your 2 reviews. I should be on time with the next episode, because now we're back on track, and now the buy is gone. So thanks for watching. Happy Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Until next video, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Peace out, y'all.